You're saying
More
so many
effectively.
insane things, right? And
You
like,
see what I'm saying? More effectively, the world should have aborted you.
you're saying abortion should not happen because X is a possibility. I'm saying you could say the
That's one reason,
same.
yeah.
You could say the same thing, that abortion should happen because X is a possibility. If you're saying it doesn't matter, then that outcome that you're saying is the conclusion will never happen.
What? No, it will.
Even if it was legalized or not, these abortions would still happen.
Hi guys, what are we talking about?
We're talking about trans people.
Okay, wait. now I'm even more confused. How did abortion? Wait, what is
I'm
that?
not talking about trans people. I lied. I'm sorry. This guy is saying that if we never legalized abortions, so many abortions wouldn't happen. But then the source he sends, a lot of the abortions are being done unsafely, so outside of legal standards, unclinically.
Yeah.
So would those abortions happen? Yes or no? If America never legalized it, Randy, if abortion was never pushed, people would still be getting them. By large scales, these numbers would still exist.
That is very much true. And I think you could point to prohibition to make a good point of this. People drank more alcohol in the 1800s, but way before prohibition than when it was then legalized. People don't drink more alcohol now. So, but by your logic, people would be drinking way more alcohol now than before it was legalized.
That's alcohol.
Okay, come on, Randy.
People have been drinking alcohol forever. People haven't been having abortions forever.
Oh my God.
Yes, they have.
Yes,
Randy.
they have.
Randy.
Yes, they have.
Randy.
Not legally.
Wait, when
Not
do you
legally.
think when do you think abortion was created then?
Or illegally. Or illegally.
If it's not done legally, then it's done illegally, Randy.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Do you think that
It's done extra legally.
No, we're just trying to include all the data of abortions in antiquity and current world.
Right. And we know that 200,000 to 1.2 million were happening illegally prior to Roe v. Wade on average.
Sure.
Thousands of women were dying each year because of this.
It doesn't matter about the past, but what you can take from the past is an indicator of the future. And abortion is a good indicator.
I agree.
So, okay. Just like a lot of things. Okay, so the prehistory of it has gotten us this far.
Right.
And
well, I would say
one of my points is that what it's going to lead to in the end is not going to be better than how it is now because of where it's come from.
yes. And I would say I agree with your point. I just think you're using it the wrong way. I would say history has shown us things we could apply to the future. And what it's shown us is that even when we try to ban abortions still happen. They're just less safe and more people die.
Right. Randy, your reasoning for why abortions are bad is because you think that in the future, most likely, it's going to be every single woman is going to get abortions and there's going to be a drop in population. That's what you said. That's why you said abortion is wrong. Because you find it most likely that most people are getting abortions, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, it's just a hard one to accept. The truth is pretty hard to accept.
Right.
Right.
So when the numbers have been stagnant for decades in the amount of abortions in America clinically, even dropping.
They're all over. They're everywhere. That's enough for me. That they're everywhere, and it's
the numbers aren't rising.
Yeah. So wait, hold on. Wait. If abortion law was correlated with the population rate, then how come the population rate hasn't seen a steep reversal from when Roe v. Wade was overturned? The population's still declining, and Roe v. Wade was overturned years ago.
Well, there's also more people having less children as well.
If the correlation was abortion policy affects population outcomes, then how come when abortion federally, nationwide,
it's negligible because it's only about 1 million every year, and that's kind of state. Or it's gone up and down.
So if it's negligible, then how does it logically track that the outcome of this would be that abortions will kill the
population growth? That doesn't mean there's not babies being born. What are you talking about?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like what our point was. It sounds antithetical to the point you were trying to make.
More people are being birthed every day than people are dying. That's how the world works.
Right.
Yes, okay. I'm trying to understand how we get from that point to what you're saying, which is that more people are getting aborted than born.
If there's no birth, yeah. Do you see how that works?
No, I'm asking you how we get to that point just by abortion being legalized.
I just told you, through medicine and interfacing technology.
Right. Well, then the correlation then. So then, yes, you're
technology.
So yeah, and so your point there is that then as abortion becomes more accessible, populations will decline more. That is your point, right?
No, I'm saying the end, where this goes, okay? The extent of where this goes is that life will, because of all things considered, how people think, is that there's a goal.
Okay,
the goal
we're speaking past each other now. I get that. I'm just saying that you're saying that will happen because abortion will become more accessible. That abortion being
will be autonomy.
So abortion being more accessible will lead to this outcome. That's your claim.
The more it's accepted, and the more money that's put into it, obviously, there's so much money. It's a $600 billion industry.
Then the more we get towards that outcome. That's your claim.
Well, the quicker, yeah. I mean,
okay, so then why don't we see the inverse being true, where again, when Roe v. Wade was overturned, we did not see an increase in the population rate. We didn't see it turn around. The decline just continued, which would show that there wasn't real correlation there.
I don't know if it matters at all. But what I'm saying that does matter is 1 million babies matter.
So, okay, wait, hold on, because now you're just jumping around. I'm happy to talk about that if you want, but now you're jumping around to where if you're saying it doesn't matter, then that outcome that you're saying is the conclusion will never happen.
What? No, it will.
Then how do we get there? Then how do we get there is what I'm asking you. How does that happen?
How do we get there? People stop having, kids stop being born and people die very quick.
Yeah.
People around the world die very quick. It won't take long.
That
doesn't matter.
I'm confused if you're being purposefully dense.
Honestly, you could have people who do great things in this life, who could cure cancer, could do all kinds of things.
Sure, but that doesn't matter because on the same, like it could be people who do horrible things, right? Like that fetus could be the next Hitler. That doesn't mean that we should abort them. So like that's a misnomer.
No, it's not, because
yes, it is.
No. You can't assume that people are gonna be bad.
And you can't assume that. Yes, no, I agree with you. And you can't assume they're going to be these great people who will cure cancer either. I agree, but you can't also. No, I'm making the point that you can't say they could cure cancer as a justification against abortion because just in the same vein, they could be the next Hitler, right?
Not legally, no.
It's just as likely.
No, because there's something called the law in America, at least. So no, that's complete fallacy.
No, it's not. Sense. What is fallacious in that logic?
Right.
What's fallacious in the logic there?
Because there are systems in check to that. First of all, that's a straw man. That's grabbing at straw hats.
No, it's one-to-one applicable.
But for me,
you're saying abortion should not happen because X is a possibility. I'm saying you could say the same. Yeah. You could say the same thing, that abortion should happen because X is a possibility. You just change, they could cure cancer.
People are inherently bad.
No, I'm not presupposing anything. I'm giving a possibility.
All humans are inherently good because that's how life works.
You think all humans are inherently good?
When they're born, yes.
That's not true.
No, what do you think your parents had you and they're like, he's inherently bad?
What do you define good as?
Let's murder him.
Sure, what do you define good as?
Okay, you understand how your logic is flawed.
What do you define good as?
I just want you to concede to that your logic is flawed.
No, what do you define good as?
And if we had it your way, people would be killing for any reason at all. There would be no reason if we had it your way. No, and I don't even. No, and none of that tracks. But I am curious. What is your definition of good?
Because you're saying so many insane things, right? And like
more effectively, the world should have aborted you.
Wait,
so argue that.
Right.
That one.
So pro-life except for me.
You can't possibly.
I can't possibly argue what?
Not here, not anywhere. You couldn't possibly argue that.
Argue what? You're not making any sense, brother, and you're not directly responding to anything I say.
I just did. You're presupposing that all of life is bad.
No.
So you said you shouldn't do that.
Or you kill everyone.
No.
Are you trolling?
Okay, well, first off, I'm not presupposing that life is bad. I'm not presupposing that life is inherently bad, but if you are presupposing it's inherently good, I would
diseases and solve stuff for the good.
There's been more Nazis than people have cured fucking disease.
Oh my God. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
That
saying.
doesn't matter. The numbers doesn't matter.
That's just a wild conjecture. Doesn't even make any sense. It's not even a conjecture.
There's been
It's just
tons.
complete-
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Because your thing you brought up specifically, you said cured cancer. There's been more Hitlers than people who have cured cancer.
How many cancers are
There's been more Hitlers. There's been more Hitlers in the world.
How many Hitlers are there?
One.
There's one. How many people have cured cancer?
How many cancers are there?
How many people have cured cancer?
None.
None. Okay, how many Hitlers are there? How many Hitlers have there been? 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 How many Hitlers have there
What are you
been?
talking about?
How many Hitlers have there been in the world?
One.
Okay, so then
a higher rate of being a Hitler
yeah,
than
so
there's a cure to cancer.
what I said was more likely than what you said.
So let's-